The following will show how I track student post-16 applications and their destinations. The first thing I need to do is pull off the current Year 11 cohorts data from our student database SIMS. This is then copied into a Google Sheet. I have anonymised this for the purposes of this video, but you can see the students' names would be on this side and their form groups would be here. Now we have 8 forms in Year 11, 111 to 118, and what I'm going to do is to help tutors who very helpfully help track the student applications by collecting them in. I'm going to arrange each tutor group so form tutors can see their group at a glance. So I'm going to do this by putting each tutor group into their own tab in this sheet. Now I would do this by, there's a plus sign behind this loom bar, add sheet. So I'm going to do that, and I'll do that 8 times. And then I'm going to rename each of these by their corresponding tutor group. If I can get behind the button. Okay, so I'll rename this one and we'll go back and do the rest. Rename that to 114 and so on. So these are all labelled, and I'm going to go back into our first sheet, and I can then copy and paste each of the form groups into their appropriate tab. And I'll do that until all the tabs are populated with their correct forms. So we want each sheet to have their own header, so we know which providers they're going to apply to. So I'm just going to put in the names of all our local providers, and we will disregard this column shortly. It's just because we don't need it, because their students are in their correct tab. So now the providers are all listed here, but some are long and some just don't look like they fit in their column. So I'll just quickly wrap the titles, and then I'm going to resize it so each of the providers fit nicely into their columns. I'll try 115, see how that looks. So not quite wide enough because apprenticeships doesn't fit in, so I'm just going to highlight the same column again. Try 120 this time. And no. So let's try 125. So it's apprenticeships, which is too long a word to fit into my nice titles. There we go. So they're all sitting neatly in their columns, and now I want to add draft and final. This is because our students are encouraged to submit a draft application, so then I can cast my eyes over their applications and see if it's appropriate destination for them, and also the level of study is right for them as well. And here I'll colour code draft in orange and final in green. So the tutors are instructed as the applications come in, they would just fill that cell with a column with a colour for which provider they've submitted an application for, and whether it's a draft or a final application. Before I share this with form tutors and our head of Year 11, I will rename the Google Sheet Post 16 Tracking. Another thing I would do just before exam season starts, I would send around a Google form to all Year 11s asking where are they going in September, the courses of study, the level of the study, were they happy with the support they received through the college application process, and if they need any further advice and guidance, and also if they'd like further support or to join our alumni network, could they leave a personal email address. Thank you.